Can you imagine that we live in an age of reason? And the global warming alarm is dressed up as science, but it's not science. It's propaganda.
We're going back in time now, 650,000 years. Here's what the temperature has been on our Earth. Now, one thing that kind of jumps out at you is, did they ever fit together? Most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. The relationship is actually very complicated, but there is one relationship that is far more powerful than all the others, and it is this. When there is more carbon dioxide, the temperature gets warmer.
So here we're looking at the ice core record from Vostok, and in the red we see temperature going up from early time to later time at a very key interval when we came out of a glaciation. And we see the temperature going up, and then we see the CO2 coming up. CO2 lags behind that increase. It's got an 800-year lag, so temperature is leading CO2 by 800 years.
So obviously, carbon dioxide is not the cause of that warming. In fact, we can say that the warming produced the increase in carbon dioxide.
CO2 clearly cannot be causing temperature changes. It's a product of temperature. It's following temperature changes.
They said, if the CO2 increases in the atmosphere as a greenhouse gas, then the temperature will go up. But the ice core record shows exactly the opposite. So the fundamental assumption, the most fundamental assumption of the whole theory of climate change due to humans is shown to be wrong.
This claim that the IPCC is the world's top 1,500 or 2,500 scientists, you look at the bibliographies of the people and it's simply not true. There are quite a number of non-scientists.
And to build the number up to 2,500, they have to start taking reviewers and government people and so on, anyone who ever came close to them. And none of them are asked to agree. Many of them disagree.
I've often heard it said that there is a consensus of thousands of scientists on the global warming issue and that humans are causing a catastrophic change to the climate system. Well, I am one scientist, and there are many that simply think that is not true.
You're made of carbon dioxide. I'm made of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is how living things grow.
All right, here we go, guys. No whining this time. And 1, 2...
The whole thing stinks.
Man, it's hot in here. Seriously, dude. There's a crisis on the planet. It's heated up almost a whole degree. It hasn't been this hot in a long time, not since the 16th century, when there were no evil SUVs. Stop global warming. It's up to you. The Earth's been heating up and cooling back down since the day it started spinning round and round. Stop global warming. Get your head out of the clouds. His name is Al Gore, yeah, he's a loser. He says the blame falls on me and you. He flies around in a private jet while he tries to sell an inconvenient truth. Hey, I'll hear something you can do. Stop global warming. It's up to you. The Earth's been heating up and cooling back down since the day it started spinning round and round. Stop global warming. Maybe you should shut up, Al, 'cause every time you talk, you're filling up the air with carbon dioxide too. The best thing that you can do is stop global warming. It's up to you. The Earth's been heating up and coming back down since the day it started spinning round and round. Stop global warming. Get your head out of the clouds. Stop global warming. It's up to you. Stop global warming. Sick and tired of
For how many years must the planet cool before we begin to understand, we politicians and scientists and so on, that the planet is not warming? For how many years must the cooling go on? Thank you very much.
Thank you all for coming. It is my pleasure to introduce the host of the Kyoto Global Warming Convention, the inventor of the environment, Al Gore.
Hello, I'm Al Gore, and I'm here to scare you about global warming. If we don't take immediate action, our planet, Earth, will become a deadly smog ball that chokes out all human life.
Al Gore says global warming is caused by SUVs. Our lifestyle is harming all of the fishes, birds, and trees.
See, I don't even like to call it the environmental movement anymore, because really it is a political activist movement, and they have become hugely influential at a global level.
Fact of the matter is that tens of thousands of jobs depend upon global warming right now. It's a big business.
The environmental movement has evolved into the strongest force there is for preventing development in the developing countries.
We are being told, don't touch your resource, don't touch your oil, don't touch your coal. That is suicide.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear. If we're telling the third world that they can only have wind and solar power, what we are really telling them is you cannot have electricity.
I think it's legitimate for me to call them anti-human.
Oxygen, carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight are the four ingredients that you have to have for life. I don't want these control freaks taxing my air and claiming that life-giving gas is devil poison.
If we had some global warming, if we had some global warming, it wouldn't be 20 below, it wouldn't be 20 below. If we had some global warming, if we had some global warming, I wouldn't be shoveling snow, I wouldn't be shoveling that blasted snow.
Thank you, Dana. 2 questions.
Okay.
WorldNet Daily reports that more than 31,000 U.S. scientists, including 9,000 PhDs, have now signed a petition rejecting global warming, the assumption that human production of greenhouse gases is damaging Earth's climate. My question, what is the White House reaction to these 31,000 U.S. scientists?
Say that everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's your next question. That's all I'm going to say.